Hello and welcome to Rogue Trader Warhammer 40,000. Owlcat recently released the beta or playtest version of the game, and we're going to kick off a new campaign. I am debating between running through a Ministorum Priest leader, and in this campaign, we're going to kick off a Sniper Elite. That's right, we're going to design a character that is focused on ranged, call it evisceration of enemies. So let's kick off, go through character creation, and jump into the game. We're gonna skip reading through some of this stuff. If you'd like to read through it, please feel free to pause or comment. But in this episode, we're gonna try to get through, call it the very first part of um, Act 1. So the first, call it 30 to 45 minutes, we're gonna kind of accelerate through. So let's continue. We are going to put it on core. So here's the deal. In the Ministorum Priest run, we made it easier on ourselves. On this one, we're going to go with core. We're not changing anything. This difficulty is not recommended for players not familiar with Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader system. I like to think I'm familiar with the system, but I'll be honest with you, some stuff has changed in the beta. And to be fair, I was kind of shaky on some mechanics at the beginning, but you know what? We are going to be a ranged, call it Marksman Sniper Elite, so we're going to put it on core. So we're going to skip through these. If you're interested in custom character options, you can reference a video I put on there, so a little plug for that. So let's get started here. We are going to form our Sniper Elite character. So I'm trying to think about which one of these unit cards most, like, this is way too Commissar-like. I feel like this guy could be a Sniper Elite. I don't like the long hair per se. But out of all the portraits, I think he's the most applicable. We are going to stick with male. Let's see here. I don't want to spend too much time on this because I want to get right into the combat. We're going to go for kind of tan. Nice little sun. We're going to do regular body type. Heir, let's, it's interesting. We don't really have hair to match the portrait. That's okay. We're going to do just regular hair, black hair, let's say thicker eyebrows, mustache. You know what? We're going to do, is this a little, I can't zoom in here, but a little bit of a, call it aftershave, so a day or so. We're gonna skip scars and tattoos and implants and bold male voice. So we're moving along here. So here's the deal. We're gonna come back to this. We're gonna pick Death World for now, but we're not gonna stick with Death World. It doesn't make sense. Actually, here we're gonna do Imperial World because we get ballistic skills. So I'm just looking here. If there's anything else, give us something. This is nice. Intelligent. This is nice. Analytic system. But we're Sniper Elite. We're just gonna prioritize ballistic systems. We're not getting as much out of rolling this character right now, or rolling Imperial World, because there's work in progress. But we're going for it. Ballistic skills through the roof. So we are going to go ahead and probably pick the. Yeah, we're going to do Astra Militarium Commander. The Astra Militarium, commonly known as Imperial Guard, is a primary fighting force of the Imperium and first line of defense for the myriad threats which endanger the existence of humanity in the 41st millennium. You have served as one of the commanders of the Astra Militarium Regiment, commanding thousands of lives and winning battles in the name of the God Emperor. Combined arms, so basically the character and their allies, additional plus 20 plus percent perception bonus, so that's good to know, times 2% damage to enemies. Oof, only 2%, that kind of sucks, but we'll take it. All commander allies also take no damage from friendly fire attacks, once per combat. Ballistic skills, perception, skill modifier, we're going to be athletic, we're going to have some Medicae, so we can heal. Perception and Medicae are kind of focused on, so we have distraction, Drown them in shots. Ooh, while the Astro Military Commander is under combined arms effect, all their allies gain plus 5% rate to fire. Wow. While the Astro Military Commander is under combined arms effect, killing an enemy adjacent to their ally grants the commander an additional plus 10 momentum. Every time the Astro Military Commander ally uses a heroic act, the commander gains plus 5 to all their character units. Plus 5 to all their characteristics, until the end of the combat. And then while the Astro Military Commander is adjacent to an ally, the commander deals an additional plus 10 plus perception bonus percent damage. So it's plus 10 plus 5% damage. Like, this could be... Wow. So we are Sniper Elite. We don't have a Triumph, we don't have Darkest Hour, Doctrine, we're going Marksman. Marksman is master of all ranged weapons, capable of quickly getting to an advantageous position and mercilessly firing. So we're going to do Bolt Gun. Shot on the Run is great, we love that. We like Military Excellence. Characteristics, Ballistic, Agility, Perception, Strength, so we're focusing on all those, and then you can see the skills that they're good at. We're going to... You have Shot on the Run here. We're gonna think through kind of the level ups here as we go. But yeah, so we're going to pick the Doctrine Marksman because we are running our Sniper Elite. So ballistic skills 50 already. That's fantastic. Agility, we're gonna kind of min-max here. Hold on, it told us what to prioritize. Ballistic skills, agility, perception, strength. Well, perception, strength. Okay, so we have, we're low in fellowship, but we'll rely on other people. Bond Valencia's flagship. We're gonna go with Daring Destiny. I like that. Here we go. This is Shadow Coast, the Sniper Elite character we're rolling here. Again, I don't like the unit portrait, but I do like this. Oh, by the way, we go back here. I don't think this works. I don't think the primary colors work. We're gonna do primary dark blue, and then secondary we're gonna do black. So our Shadow Coast colors are... Oh wait, that kind of worked. Am I confusing myself? That seemed to work. Nope. Well, it changed. It's just white doesn't seem to work. We're gonna go ahead and go blue and black because we're blue, black, and white. Let's go to the summary and complete. So if you want to see more of this playthrough, please be sure to comment and drop a thumbs up. If you're more interested in the Minister and Priest, please be sure to drop a thumbs up on that one instead and comment, so I know what you're interested in doing. I'm going to be dropping off of one playthrough and focusing on another, so you can direct which content that I'm going to focus on here. So please be sure to comment and drop that thumbs up so I know where to direct my content and where to focus based off your interest. Coonrod, Wugbeer, an excellent place for contemplation. Alright, so we're going to focus on our responses. You guys can read through this just to accelerate us a little bit. This ostentatious luxury is laughable pretense. It is enough to make one think that the architects meant to compensate rather than glorify. The man casts an intrigue eye over you, an interesting perspective. However, allow me to offer you a bit of advice. In the interest of your own well-being, you should frame your thoughts with greater piety. Thank you for the advice. I should strive to follow it in the future. The man bows slightly. I am glad to have pleased you. For that is my duty to the dynasty of his chosen. Alright, we're going to ignore some of this. Lieutenant General Shadoko Scipio Grimwald. Oh, Scipio Grimwald, commander of the 8th Army of the Scanthian Janissaries. Wow, we're commander of an entire... that is awesome. We've moved up the ranks. Allow me to introduce myself, Kunrik Wugbeer. Thank you. We're going to go a little more formal. My regards, Lieutenant General. The Astra Militarium is the hammer of the God Emperor, isn't that what they say? Well, it is likely that fate will give you an ample opportunity to demonstrate your talents as a commander. I'll be frank with you, you may forget your family name no matter who gave it to you or what its origins are. For the moment you and the other candidates were brought aboard this voyage ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodore von Valentius and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with her ladyship. Bear it with honor. Alright. I assume you had some goal in mind. We're going to accelerate through some of the dialogue here. When you decided to seek me out, let's address it. But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. Alright. The Lord Captain and Master Ethelthrod von Valentius are conversing on the observation platform, located in one of the wings of the officer's deck. Let us join them there. I shall accompany you. Alright.
Victory awaits!
Victory awaits. Let's see. We can do some reading. Alright, thanks. We're interacting. A massive conference table. I don't think this stuff does anything. Doop, 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 doop. Nothing.
Follow my lead!
Nothing happens. Maybe if we had some better tech abilities, we could do something. But for now, we're just gonna run and move forward. I like the look. The starting look is good. We have no. All right, Master Whispers. It's an emergency. A giant monstrous animal that we're just holding in cages in this giant chamber.
Annihilate them!
Alright, we're gonna start battle. We'll let these guys chip away at this glass racks. Oof. These are dangerous, dangerous beasts. Luckily, he's kind of debuffed. So if you guys want to pause and read that, I'll keep that there. This is one thing that has bugged me. Alright, we're gonna shut on the run.
I shall not fear. Suits my purposes.
Oh boy.
All too easy.
Alright, so we've combined arms. I don't know if they do get the buff. Alright, once per combat, we're buffing them. See if we can save a few of these guys. Oh, that guy's toast. Ready your weapons. Why? Okay.
Nothing I can't do.
I'm gonna stand here.
For me.
Can someone please finish this dude off before he hits me? There we go. Alright. I can scarcely believe it. On a day like this. What a suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Yes, I am suspicious. Alright, we got more. Spread out. No one is allowed to enter the premises. Stations! Exclamation mark. I'm afraid I must remain here, Shadow Coast, for Lady Theodora's safety. Sure. Whatever you say, Kunrad. Again, you guys can pause and read through the tutorials if you're interested.
New challenge for me?
I played a fair amount of the game already. So, by the way, these things are cool because we can see like the different trophies amassed, and I'll explain maybe later if I remember in the series that we should be able to pick up some trophies if I'm not mistaken and highlight them. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and run over here. Yeah, they're meeting over here. This is simply irrational, Lady Theodora, says the man dressed in peculiar garb, his voice tight with tension, his face half of which is covered by sin skin. is twisted in a grimace of displeasure and disbelief. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide, practically an admission of heresy. The tall, gray-haired woman pins him with her gaze, her cybernetic eye flashing crimson, then suggests an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation no worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Aeon 6, Ethelthrad? We're going to survey the room. Always listen first, speak second. Your first impression of Ethelthrad, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants and bones, the nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. He's not healthy. In stark contrast to Ethelthrath, Theodore von Valencia's features appear to be as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Ethelthrad. Behind the two of them, there are two more men, one as a gray-haired officer of impeccable bearing who is studying the contents of his data slate. The other is a behemoth bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons. Our second candidate has joined us. The dry female voice and the powerful feeling of being watched force you to look at Theodora. The rogue trader is looking straight at you, and her gaze, like herself, is predatory and oppressive. Shadow Coast, approach me and give me your answer. Alright, we're gonna have passive skill checks, so lore warp succeeded. There are ways to confirm whether what is happening to Aeon 6 is witchcraft or not. It might cost several psychers to do so, but it'll give us the answer. Theodore smirks, thorough but presumptuous. It took me a great deal to find one psyker who could serve me as well for many years, yet you speak as several. Adolfdale looks at you with the warmth of a snake. Sanctioned psychers are rare and valuable instruments of the glowing throne. Or do you, Shadow Coast, suggest that we use heretics who are an offense to the God Emperor's light? It would be rather careless of you to utter such profanity in the presence of his faithful servants. Let's see here. I gave you a straight answer. We are both servants of the God Emperor, Lady Theodora. Does it become any, let's see here. I gave a straight answer to a simple question, which, as I understand it, was still more than you could do, Ethelthrad. We're going to provoke him a little bit. The color drains from Ethelthrad's face, which distorts his features further. Insolent, ignorant upstart, how dare you? Ethelthrad, Theodora's tone renders him silent. I believe I gave you an assignment on the ship. Explain to me why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartment on his purview. I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I will forget the time. Ethelthrad bows ceremoniously and takes his leave without sparing you another look. Alright, see you later, Ethelthrad. Good luck, my man. She's got like a chainsword. Theodora's gaze follows him as he leaves. She turns to you. So, Shadow Coast, why are you here? I do not know just yet. I hope you will clarify that. Theodora smiles wryly. Clarity, a luxury that few of us can afford. The reason I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted the opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. This, however, is one such opportunity. My name is Theodora von Valencius Massimo of Scaris. What? I think we, in our title before, I'm going to have to go back and look. But we led a regiment from Scaris, potentially? That's great. Or the 8th Army from Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity, and my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic, the Warren of Trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign and bow death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find therein, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you, Shadow Coast, are one of those with the Von Valencius' blood in their veins, and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes. What of? Does that mean there are other heirs? Naturally, some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Ethelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. Blood rate alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of the warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful, if not for the role of Lord Captain, then for one of their closest allies. Theodora sighs and looks away pensively for a moment. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Crewman Vogtford served me for many years before he made his mistake. Alright. Thank you for clarifying. May I ask my questions now? The Vox affixed to Theodora's attire suddenly comes to life, but all you can hear is her unintelligible noise. Theodora winces, shuts off the transmission, and gives you an imperious nod. I have some time before the navigator gives a signal to initiate the void ship's translations out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge. Alright. An incident took place on the officer's deck. A wild beast was roaming free. Is that so? I do keep a number of pets native to one of my planets on the officer's deck. Perhaps some was careless during feeding time. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Geller field. Or perhaps our possessed ship was in a mood for a lark. Theodora laughs nonchalantly. Possessed ship? Okay, that's good to know. The gray-haired officer gives the rogue trader a look of cautious disapproval. Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff. Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Adira eagerly tells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. She turns to you. This ship is thousands of years old. Has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning commutators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live. Alright, we're going to get through this. I have no more questions. In that case, I shall head to Theodora's Vox awakens once more. This time you pick up shouting. The Lord Captain refuses listening to the Vox test, then nods and draws her weapon. Disturbances reported on the adjacent deck. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. She glances at you. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated. Well, we are the Sniper Elite Shadow Coast, so bring on the baddies, because we will take any ranged weapon, luckily we have a pistol, and use it to devastating effect.
Death will find you soon enough.
Alright. Theodora, what are you gonna do here? Nothing, you're gonna hide? Boom! A nice charge by Abelard, plus a double strike with his little slash. Or double hit with his slash. We got Mort with the multi-gun. Abelard's tanking for us, and he's shifty, so he can dodge. Alright, this heretic.
Nothing I can't do. All too easy.
So Mort and Theodora are buffed. We got shot on the run here. Oh, 37. I should have checked my... Nice. Like I said, Sniper Elite. Screw any of the percentages. Alright, we missed that one. But we buffed our allies, so they're gonna get some bonuses from us. So at least the buffs flow through, even though we don't have direct control of them. We're taking a hit or two. That's okay. They should all heal. By the way, I'm not sure why this isn't coming down. What is Theodora doing? I'm questioning her choices. And then you're gonna run or charge. Oh, I was hoping you might charge into...
Already done.
Is there anything that gives us better?
Forge ahead!
Alright, not ideal, but
You didn't stand a chance.
I did not think this through. 34. What is
Not
all
a
this
problem for me.
34%? Alright, we are the sniper elite. I'm glad with my decision to prioritize that ballistic skill. She's in cover, she's fine. Why do you keep shooting the guys in full cover? I have a better understanding of why you might not make it through the campaign. Is there any angle we can... So we are in core, so the fact that this is gonna be hard is anticipated.
Nothing I can't do.
Shot on the run. Is this a better angle?
Let's see how
No,
they
it's
respond
not,
to this.
but I'd rather have him not have
Suits
the
my
high
purpose.
ground.
There's nowhere to hide.
We heard him.
Already done.
Alright, we don't have our heroic act yet. But remember, we're in core and we made no adjustments, so this is pretty darn hard.
This'll leave a scar.
Which we might regret later, but so far I'm happy with my character build. Alright. Theodora waves her hand in a commanding gesture. Mort, take a team with you to clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single Horson survive. The rogue trader turns her eyes on you. Didn't bat an eye when you scum burst into the deck. Not bad. I've seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of the combat on the upper decks. I'm an Imperial Guard. I have seen some stuff. The false sense of security makes them that much more susceptible to the harsh realities of warp transitions. She looks at her Vox in her hand. All you can hear is lifeless static. What are your orders? She breaks eye contact with you. Morta's gone ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arc Militant requires aid, and be quick about it. Alright, so we are fully reloaded. We always want to make sure
I won't
we're fully
tolerate
reloaded.
weakness.
What's this thing? Massive glowing structure never stops moving for a moment. Light bounces off. The orbits and figures represent celestial bodies. So that might be our kind of like navigation tool. I don't know where we are. We're at officer chamber. So we already know where to go. So we're gonna run up here. There's a breakthrough attempt. Crew to arms! They're running and boom. Alright, they just got... So it looks like there's a stalemate there. That's good. Just keep holding them off. We're more concerned with the... Can we open this door? Nope. Boom. Ah, melt-a-gun. Ah, Coonrad. Coonrad Wookiver lets us outside. Thank Providence you're alive and well. Always on time, eh, Coonrad. The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the decks, you show up. Always just after the fighting is done. You can set your chrono by it. Chrono looks pointedly away from the Arc Militant to you. Mort, pull yourself together. The Arc Militant looks back at you. What did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? You're all done here. I'll report right away. Mort pulls out his Vox from his belt and hurriedly reports on the situation. I'm not... I was just coming to help. You got it taken care of. Theodora, Master of Whispers, what's happening on my ship? The Vox end is silent. The Vox Master is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my Arch Militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Geller field failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. This is indeed a severe case of warp madness, and the situation is dire. Let's see here. Immunity against the Emperor is anointed. Execute the traitors, last one of them. We're gonna be in character, so we're gonna take kind of a harder stance. Well, actually, as Imperial Guard, because we've seen stuff, maybe we care about the little guy. That's my kind of default, but we'll see how this pans out. First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctums are secure. I have the means to do both things at once. Adoltrad, where is he? I must know if he's unharmed. The psyker aboard the ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than the whole army of madmen. So he's a psyker, good to know. I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movement is that he arrived on transitional deck 18. Blasted, Master whispers. Find Adoltrad immediately. Sister Saw locates Saul's the Sister of Battle and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arc militant with me. I must go to my study, and it appears that we might encounter heretics along the way, Shadow Coast. And then Shadow Coast. If I may, Lord Captain, transitional deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Adoltrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the house as the esteemed arch-militant, and taking into consideration Adolthrad's psyker powers. Okay, so basically we're going with this dude. Then it's settled. Shadow Coast, find Adoltrad. Alright. I hear and obey, Lord Captain. Then move out. We're taking on the Imperial Guard. We take our orders and we'll make it happen. Oh, they go this way. I see. I don't trust you. Are you ready to head to 18? Alright, I shall make do lead the way. Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs, but that is no longer relevant. With a pop and sharp crackle, something hits you in the abdomen, and you are consumed by unbearable, gut-wrenching pain. You son of a gun. I had a bad feeling about you from the very beginning. I promised you a special destiny, Shadow Coast. It's time to fulfill it. You guys are tying me up. Alright, well, apparently I'm knocked out. Let's see where we wake up. Conrad, as a sniper elite, you have no idea who you screwed with, because I'm gonna come for you. And by the end, I don't know if we're gonna be able to take him out and play the playtest version. We'll see. Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the warrant chamber. What is the meaning of this? Alright. Rogue Beer, you two-faced scum. You are the one behind this, ma'am. How perceptive of you. We are in the AT room of the warrant chamber. This weight ship's most hollowed vault. There beyond those gates lies a relic that gives Theodora all her powers, a sacred warrant of Train. Only one obstacle remains in my path in obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by a sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the sentinel. Alright. I have no intention of helping you. I'm afraid that you, Shadow Coast von Valencius, have no choice in the matter. Alright. We're just gonna say to the void with you. You can kill me. I'm an Imperial Guard. The blade flashes in dim light and drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment you feel nauseous, your head spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. Fight the voice in your head. Get out. I am not your puppet. Willpower check succeeded. The voice in your head persists in their demands, and yet you feel an unseen course momentarily wave under the strength of your resolve, until the intruding influence forces you back. So, we won, but then we eventually failed. Good to know. You told us to walk up there. In the gateway, you see a cogitator with a human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. This is a servitor, an obedient automaton created by a lobotomized human being. Alright, examine the device. We're gonna probably... Wow, okay. We succeeded. You carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator, which ultimately catches your eyes, and the strange alloy that was used as material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect that you are looking at a technological relic known as Archaeotech, incredibly rare and powerful technology from the ancient age of humanity. The servitor at the gate begins to move with a shrieking, groaning metal. It leans forward and close to you. It lowers its jaw, opens with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vid screen on the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. The whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding sacrifice. The voice that filled your head after Vokmir wounded you with his blade did not go away. Alright, we're gonna just put our hand in there. Get this over with. Central clamps around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. The vid screen of the cogitator flickers. Several long minutes pass, Sentinel jaws remain closed, and you're beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against this gate, you could catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever... High levels of caustic humors. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance? Yes, I do require assistance. Pain shoots through your head and subsides just as quickly. It would seem the entity coiled in your consciousness does not have the ability to do you any real harm. Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol. There we go. We're all screwed now. Well, there's still another way. Oh, you just ran. You little... that punk.
A new challenge for me.
We can't do anything. Enormous gate matches the importance of... Oh, why is this not working? The importance of the thing they protect. The massive doors are made of heavy metal and look impenetrable. So what do we have here? Old wound injury, which hasn't healed in time. So we're going to need a med kit. So let's go ahead and look at this thing. Let it be known that by my will and by the true words of the sacrament, I appoint this person the bearer of the warrant of trade. To be the paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into... to triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate and walk steadily the roads of thorns through pain and greatness. Okay, we didn't read it all. Alright, what madness is happening here? Who are you? I need a weapon. I am utterly defenseless. Distance of the current location. Alright, he's not going to answer us. Boxcast frequency disrupted. Boxcast to restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I'm trying to contract the bridge. Communication protocol is breached. What madness is happening? Temporary obulation followed acute stress. Mobile unit of Warrant Sentinel standing by. You are the Warrant Sentinel. Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel. Alright, lead me away from here. Middle and upper decks, assuming probability of safe placements.
I'll lay claim
Alright,
to the
that's
stars.
fine, but I would like you to... Alright, yeah, there we go. Fight selflessly and lower now your bloody phone. Abelard, Seneschal Abelard Westarian has lost some of his former polish, his forehead sweating. Master Shadowcoast, what are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Kunrig Vokmir is a traitor. When we parted ways at the officer deck, he summoned me somehow and brought me here. What? He intended to take revenge on... he spoke about defying the warrant with some ritual and serving the gods of the warp. Serving the gods of the warp. Kunrand is a heretic. Oh, Vokmir, your void rats. For a mere seneschal, you're asking too many questions. Alright. Vokmir openly admitted that he is the mastermind behind this mutiny. Brock Seed. It is a small wonder that the heretics were so well organized. Abelard examines you critically. You're in a bad way, Shadowcoast. I can treat your wounds. Alright, so the question becomes here. Oh, nice. We actually have a weapon. Finally. We have some armor.
Not my specialty.
I guess we
Absolutely not.
can't give it to. We have to give it to.
I'm at your service.
Mr. Abelard.
This will make a fine.
Thank you.
I stand in recognition.
Oh. This is a noticeable improvement, Shadow Coast. You're not prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics, instigating the rabble to revolt. Alright, we're gonna have some more rabble to contend with. But that is not the worst of it all. All the jolts shaking are most alarming. There are signs that the Navigator and the Master Helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp. Alright, lead the way, Seneschal. Come, Shadow Coast. We are action focused. Vox Skull. 2 arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor. Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home. And with all your might destroy those who have dared. The Lord Captain is calling our crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmissions, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight with her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward. We got some more
I'll see you
baddies.
terminated.
Show them no mercy.
Okay. Alright, so first off, we're gonna buff us.
All too easy. Never wavered in the face of adversity.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Suits my
I
purpose.
thought we could kind of...
Value has been lost.
Yeah.
Nothing I can't do.
Alright, we got some bonus damage. Oh, we don't have a melee weapon, do we? Abelard, can you please take care of these 2 guys? I'm really... Oh, we can control them.
Victory is in. I took care of this one.
Alright.
I will do my duty.
Oh crap. I shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake. We should have charged. I wanted to increase deflection though.
I've suffered worse.
I was buffing us.
Suits my purposes.
Alright, shot on the run. Wait, okay.
Not a problem for me.
Miss!
Already done.
I'd rather not. I'm not interested. I've seen worse
We're
battles
lining this
than
up
this
for
in
a
my time.
charge.
Indeed.
Again, remember we're on core or heroic difficulty. This guy didn't go down. All right, we got an opportunity of attack. Heretical cutthroat. So trophy manager. All right, we're just gonna accept everything.
I won't tolerate
All right, it looks like the patch. One of the patches fixed some of the looting, which is great. So let's go ahead and talk. Level up.
They say a little bit of humility never hurt anyone. I help others better themselves by wholeheartedly humiliating them at every step.
Okay, so the nice thing is we can select our secondary one. Let's go ahead and choose an ability. These are the recommended thumbs up. Revel and Slaughter. Marksman gains plus in the BS till the end of combat. The ability is available after killing 3 enemies. The kill counter is not reset between rounds. Dash Marksman reacts to the selected move. We're gonna do Oh wait, control. A marksman gives a sign that they are going to shoot. The marksman and their allies will automatically dodge the next marksman's shot. Um, Interesting. We're gonna revel and slaughter, and we're gonna choose. Um. All right, we're gonna. I think that's a good start. Athletics. Choose ability. There's a lot of great stuff here. Sworn enemy. Fighter mark started gaining. We're going to endure. All incoming damage is reduced because we're going to tank. And we're going to go to athletics. There we go. So nice little level
It's
up.
about time.
Should we go ahead and check this out? Still red hot from the gunfire. The engines of the death froze as they finished. So real quick here. First off,
I'll pass.
I thought we had Medicaid, but if not, that's fine. So we're gonna do this, and then. So no, we're gonna do. Just make sure everybody has melee and range. Always helpful. Alright, so here we go. Oh, that doesn't bode well. We need to get
None
Alright.
shall stand in my way.
Adira. There we go. The woman before you whips around and gazes straight at you, her eyes glowing with an otherworldly light, and so you will enter the halls of the blinded guide and witness the radiance of the final dawn through the cracks and fall victim to a whim of fate. That's Shadow Coach, watch your head. Nice. Adira. Abelard grumbles as he dusts himself off and grips his weapon again. Would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsaying plainly for once? That was too close. The woman burst into a guttural, drunken laugh. Sorry, old man, the voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, Oh, Abelard, how they sing. Shuttercoast, this is Adira Tals, first psyker and diviner of her leadership, Theodore von Valencius. Abelard looks at her up and down. Adira, I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering from the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate to die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn, and in a roaring blaze I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer. Entity in your conscience shrinks and crawls in deeper, claws scraping against the walls of your mind, as if their presence is trying to hide from the seer standing before you. Alright, what are you doing here? The whispers called me, the ones I could make out among the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide to the rope. Our other whispers called me to the engineerium. It was too late. I heard the cry of our master cog, the silence that followed. What, you don't mean the chief engines here is, yes, Abelard dead, without a doubt. The voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest, and it's better that we save the navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or cook in the middle, cook for the middle decks. You hear a few clicks that relays the servo scope which has followed you all the way here, and Theodore's scramble roads give way to a voice vaguely familiar to you. Officer's frequency to all who can hear me. Those with a weapon in their hands are to gather an officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather an officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack. That's Edelthread, Emperor's Providence, and the other air lives as well. Quickly, you must head to... Not so fast, oh man. If we drown in the warp, no number of Lady Theodore's heirs will be used to us anymore. Metalthread, like me, has not yet surrendered either mind or body to the mercy of the warp, but he can still hold out a little longer without us. Abelard spits an imploring curse. Blasted, you're right. First, we need to deal with what's happening here. We must see if the navigator is well. No, nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? Eyes watching you. The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. Adira freezes and then slaps her cheeks, rubs her face, and looks at you. The supernatural glow is gone from her eyes, and a smirk spreads across her lips. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around, maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since her skin hasn't peeled off her faces yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect the noble mutant while we're still alive. Alright. So your party consists of several characters. We can pick who to kind of follow. A piece of pipe noticeably dent in the floor. Do we have to go through that door? What's over here? Locked door. Okay, so here we go. We have Adira, which is good. I wish this would stay at the bottom. Hurry, destroy this field. Don't keep our master waiting. Whoa. Yeah, let's move together.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
So we're gonna change the order and formation.
Annihilate them!
Alright, Adira's a second adept. As an adept, she's able to study opponents and identify their weaknesses. Study enemies.
Anything else?
Expose weaknesses.
No can do.
Wait. Yeah, that moves on second. Alright.
There is movement in the Imperial.
Oh, nice. It jumps. Way more useful. Use the hologram gauge. Okay, so we got some. So by the way, we're gonna buff. Well, I thought we were gonna buff everybody.
Nothing I can't do. I shall not fear.
Should be able to take this guy out. Okay. Nice sniper elite shadow coast coming in. Now.
Someone else can do this.
Oh no.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
Okay. Adira.
I know what is to come.
Let's move up here and we're just gonna.
You could do worse, but
Ow.
not by much.
I'm not so sure.
Alright, we did what we could.
Suits my purposes. My tactics are flawless.
Alright,
Not a
try not
problem
to
for me.
miss, please. Ow. Alright, Sniper Elite. I'm happy with my decision so far. I build Vespiadas. The creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see pink parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and limbs and have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily in the air, whistling as it exits through the two dark gills like slits on its cheek. The creature's eyes are shut, the two ordinary eyes, as well as a third one that sits in the center of his forehead. I believe Master Vespias still lives. Abelard afflicted at the sight of the stretched skin and dark marks on the face of the creature. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive. Alright, approach. Navigator stirs, barely able to lift and half open his normal eyes. A dark drop rolls from under his closed lids of his third eye and down his face, leaving behind a black trail. Your time is short. The voice is coming from the rock scroll at the base of the bizarre chair. It's unclear how the navigator is able to produce human speech. You're in need of help. We have to get you out of that chair. Suddenly, the navigator's body starts thrashing in place. It lurches forward, then falls back onto the seat, then thrusts forward again as his bone cracks and his skin tears open. However, the fusion between the body and the chair appears to be stronger than these wild impetuouses. The mutant remains seated, but leans as far forward as he can, his layered raiment slowly turning crimson. The gill slits burst open, forming two hideous, screaming mouth-like pits. Fall to your knees, mortal, and behold the final dawn. It came from beyond. His body is not his. Your scream is echoed by silenced cries in your head. The unseen creature triumphs at the sight of the navigator, succumbing to the paroxysm of corruption. Its march thunders under the burden of hopes unseen. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words of meanings, each one a port of salvation within me. The navigator continues to convulse violently. His face is drenched in black and crimson. The dark ooze from under his third eye lid has turned from trickle to a stream mixed with blood coming out of his nose, and there is purplish swelling around his eyes. Run, free from this place while I still have the strength. The words come out of the box as labor rattle. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp, but it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help. Alright, I cannot bear to see it aggregate. I'd rather put an end to it. I want to help you. Tell me how. Run, the sanctum will be sealed. I will hold it up. Hold on and wait for the signal from the Master Helmsman. Then I will commence the translation. Run. Alright, who torments you? The Edge. Kneel before the ascent of a new champion. Alright, I guess address Abelard. Ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Elements. If he's still alive, it is worth a try. Let's get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Adolf and his people. I believe we'll also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the service girl relayed to us earlier. Vespedius, good luck and thank you. Navigator does not give her a response. Alright. Well, that is very exciting. We are going
Victory
to
awaits.
really quick loot here, which I forgot to do. Nice. We're gonna have some other weapons to consider. So we're gonna go ahead and throw in an axe, because this is 11 to 14, so the axe is better. We'll have a kind of a pistol, scrappy auto pistol. So we have a last gun, which is better. Scrappy auto pistol, Adira 68. Yeah, that's what you have is better. Psychic staff for lightning arc, so you can actually do stuff. Revel Insider is available. Oh, nice. Now that we've got some kills.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Alright, well, we are going to call this an episode for now. If you're interested in seeing this Shadow Coast Sniper Elite playthrough, please be sure to drop a thumbs up and comment. We're competing with the Ministorum Priest Leader versus the Sniper Elite Marksman. So let me know what you're most interested in watching. There is a difference. Both are core, but the Ministorum Priest, I kind of lower the difficulty. We have regular core on this one, so it will be more difficult. Let me know what you think in the comments, and by voting with a thumbs up, and hope to see you in future videos. Shadow Coast out.